This is a 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. It's an off-roader pickup truck that costs nearly $65,000. And unlike most pickup trucks, you can't really get a discount on the Raptor. And I've borrowed this one from a viewer here in the Philadelphia area to find out. This is a 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. It's an off-road. This is a 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. It's an off-roader pickup truck that costs nearly. This is a 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. It's an off-roader pickup truck that costs nearly $65,000. And unlike most pickup trucks, you can't really get a discount on the Raptor. And I've borrowed this one from a viewer here in the Philadelphia area to find out exactly why.
The most immediately obvious reason why the Raptor costs so much more than a standard F-150, which starts at $27,000, is its appearance. Look at this thing! These brawny, muscular, flared fenders both in front and in back. The huge grille that says Ford in giant letters to let you know exactly what's coming up behind you. These meaty off-road tires and these special wheels. This isn't a standard F-150.
But it's not just the style and the design that makes the Raptor worth the money. It's also up here. Now, the old Raptor used a huge 6.2-liter V8, and when Ford announced that the new model would only have a V6, there was a collective disappointment in the pickup truck world. There was a collective disappointment. Then they announced it would have 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. That's 40 more horsepower and 80 more pound-feet than the outgoing Raptor. With that and the new 10-speed automatic transmission, an industry first, this thing does 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. 5.3 seconds in a huge pickup! And on-road performance isn't the Raptor's only strong suit. While virtually every other pickup's off-road version mainly consists of adding some chunky tires and a bunch of stickers on the side that say all-terrain, this thing is seriously prepped for going way off-road.
Yes, there are some cosmetics and the chunky tires, but there's also a reinforced frame to help handle off-roading abuse, an enhanced suspension system with nearly 14 inches of travel, skid plates, a limited slip differential, low-range gearing.
So this truck is attractive and muscular, it's powerful, it's fast, and it's highly capable off-road. And we haven't even gotten to the Raptor's cool quirks and features yet. Like, for example, these little orange lights in the grille, which give the Raptor this distinctive, menacing look. You know exactly what's coming up behind you when you see these lights. Now, the government mandates orange marker lights on any commercial vehicle, which it defines as any vehicle over 80 inches in width. The regular F-150 is 79.9 inches in width, intentionally, but the Raptor, with its flared fenders and its big wheel arches, goes over 80, and so it needs the orange lights. Ford integrated them into the grille just to make it cool. Another cool feature, all pickup trucks have a tailgate in back, of course, but the Raptor has a power tailgate. Push a little button on the key fob, and the tailgate just opens right up for you, so you don't have to do plebeian things like open the tailgate manually. Now, once the bed's down, say you want to climb inside it. Well, actually getting up here, kind of a challenge. Fortunately, Ford has figured out a way to make it a lot easier. Push a little thing, and a step comes out. But even that would be hard. I don't want to fall over, so boom, boom. Now I got a railing. Look at this. Look how easy that was. Even an idiot can get in the back of this truck, such as myself.
And putting away the railing is hilariously easy. Push button 1 and slide it down, then push the lever mark 2 and it's gone.
Get inside the truck and turn it on and you'll notice one of the coolest graphics I have ever seen when you start a car.
You'll also notice that the Raptor has all the safety features of a new luxury car, including an electronic system that keeps you in your lane, radar cruise control, collision warning, and a blind spot system whose radar is integrated into the taillights.
Now, among all those safety features, you may have also noticed a little icon in there that said Trailer Bliss. That's the trailer blind spot system. That's right, the blind spot system in this vehicle is so advanced it goes beyond just the truck itself. Hook up a trailer and the blind spot system will be active to let you know if there's a vehicle in your trailer's blind spot.
Another cool safety feature, the Raptor has a backup camera like most cars. Put it in reverse and the camera shows up. But my favorite part is that the 360-degree camera actually shows a Raptor. That's cool attention to detail. It could have been a generic F-150 and nobody ever would have cared.
Another one of my all-time favorite Raptor features are the mirror spotlights. Push a little button inside the cabin and an LED light comes on the mirror. This is actually more useful than you might think. You're driving down a dark road, you're about to park your car and get out, put the spotlight on and it lights up everything so that you can see exactly what's around you. You can even tell sort of where the curb is if you're trying to park in a tight space at night.
The Raptor has a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. Most of them are obvious, but my favorite is the mode button. It doesn't control stereo modes, but rather driving modes. For example, normal, sport, weather, mud, sand, and the best, Baja mode, which tightens shifting, holds gears longer, and improves throttle response for high-speed desert running.
Another cool feature about the Raptor steering wheel, it has paddle shifters, and they're actually high-quality metal paddles. How many pickup trucks do you know that you can shift with paddle shifters on the steering wheel?
Speaking of shifting, put the Raptor in drive, and the gauge cluster gives you a confirmation that you do indeed have a 10-speed automatic. Look at that. Never seen 1 through 10 light up on your gauge cluster before? The gauge screen also includes a lot of other cool stuff, like the off-road status icons. Turn the steering wheel and it shows you the exact number of degrees your wheel is turned and where the wheels are pointing. Pretty useful off-road.
But the off-road status doesn't only show the steering angle. I've parked the truck on the ramp and, well, check out what the off-road status says. It shows the angle that the truck is positioned, which can be tremendously helpful if you're off-road.
Also in the gauge cluster, a turbo boost gauge, not a common sight in a pickup truck.
Another thing I love about this truck is the rear window. Now, in a lot of pickups, it's this thing you have to unlatch and then slide, and it's kind of challenging to do, and it's an ungainly process, but this thing has sort of a magic window inside a window. I think it's awesome. You press a little button up by the sunroof control, and then the window just slides open as if by magic, and then press it again, and it closes right up. It's a neat little feature.
Another cool item is the Raptor's upfitter switches. The Raptor doesn't come with any auxiliary off-roading lights or similar electronic accessories, but if you want to install any, the switches are there right on the ceiling, so you can install an accessory without adding some ugly, out-of-place switch in the interior.
Another thing I love is the giant center console. Just look at this thing compared to a regular Starbucks cup, and imagine all the things you could put in here. Interestingly, the glove box isn't very big at all. In fact, the glove box can't even fit the owner's manual and close properly, let alone all the other papers and documents that come with the truck. I guess they just figured that everything you possibly could ever need to bring with you, you can get in the center console.
The Raptor also offers some amazing towing features.
Now, in the old days, to back up with a trailer, you just put it in reverse and kind of check your mirrors and hope for the best. That's no longer the case.
The Raptor can learn a trailer. In fact, you can even name the trailers that you own. My trailer, I think I'll call it Doug. Then we must talk about the checkered trailer decals.
Those are these things. They come with a Raptor when you buy it new, and you stick it on the trailer. Then the Raptor's camera system uses it as a reference point to figure out exactly where the trailer is when you're trying to back up.
Here's the crazy part. With the decal in place, you can steer the Raptor and trailer using only this dial. Forget about the steering wheel. The truck does all the rest.
So it's already becoming pretty clear why the Raptor is worth so much more than a standard F-150. But to really drive the point home, I have to get behind the wheel.
All right, time to drive the Raptor. It's been a while since I've driven a pickup. The first thing you notice, it's quiet. It's super quiet. We're sitting at a stoplight. You don't hear anything. I mean, it's, you know, this. You see it on the outside, and you think it's going to be this like Baja ready, like. Actually, it's like pretty like luxurious. And that's one of the coolest things about this truck specifically is that it's sort of like has this like luxury kind of like we have all these great features and stuff, and yet we're also in this like crazy off-roader, and yet it also does 0 to 60 as fast as a sports car. Giant mirrors. That's insane. It's like the size of a laptop. All right, here he is. Wow. Very fast. And you know the interesting like, oh god, we're gonna tip over. This thing feels pretty secure. The other thing I noticed is it's insulated. I thought it would like rumble up to the speed and stuff. You hear the noise, which sounds pretty good actually, especially for a 6-cylinder, but you feel pretty insulated from the power. You could really just get in so much trouble in this thing because you're so removed from the road that you floor it and you don't feel like you're doing anything crazy, and then you look down and you're on 70. Right, okay, so I'm in 10th right now. I floor the accelerator, we're down to 5th. So you'll 5-gear, instant 5-gear drop. And one of the other interesting things is I don't feel like the steering is all that vague. Most trucks I drive, the biggest complaint I have, the reason that I've always said I wouldn't want to pick up, is because you can move the steering wheel in most trucks about 6 inches before it changes directions, you know? That's not really the case here. I'm not saying that it's like a sports car, and that's actually fairly quick. It rolls a little, but I mean, we're talking, this is a big pickup that's designed for off-roading. The steering is surprisingly precise, and the body roll is surprisingly limited. Oh man. Boy, it really hauls. It hauls and it sounds so good. One of the things I've learned about the cars with the sound that gets piped in is, I know it's fake, but I've stopped kind of caring because it sounds pretty good. But I really feel like I'm not, like I don't have to feel any of this stuff. It definitely has a more like luxurious, comfortable feeling than I thought it would. It doesn't actually feel as big and as like unwieldy as I was worried it might feel. This is a big truck, there's no doubt, but you know, big SUVs, Suburban, all this stuff is about this size now. This doesn't feel absurd like it did when it first came out like 10 years ago. Here we are in traffic and it's just like sort of a normal experience. It does the bumps so well. I mean, I know there's so much suspension travel, but this is way smoother over the bumps than my Range Rover is. Right? I'm in sport mode, I can launch and like have a blast, or if I want, I can just kind of hang out and relax and be in my comfortable truck. That is crazy. This thing has paddle shifters. We're in a giant pickup truck that has paddle shifters, and it seems right for some reason. I love this thing. I knew I would love it. I've driven the old one. I thought it was going to be great. The capabilities extend beyond its off-roading, and that's one of the reasons why I'm happy to have driven it on the pavement. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's fairly refined. It feels like it can do anything, and it's not as big as I was expecting or as bulky and unwieldy. I really don't understand why nobody else has come up with a true competitor to this truck. Ford sells these things at MSRP. They have for a long time. And there's huge demand. There are waiting lists. People sign up months in advance to get them, and there's a reason for that. And this drive has clearly shown me what that reason is.
And that is the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. I'd love to take it off-road and find out what it's really capable of, and hopefully I'll have the chance to do that another time. But today, I've demonstrated all of the amazing benefits of this truck. The style, the power, the performance, the driving experience, the amazing off-roading extras and cool features. And I haven't even touched on the resale value, which is amazing, and the fuel economy, which is surprisingly strong. This truck is an awesome all-arounder, and it is worth every bit of $65,000. The Raptor. Unlike most pickups, better ditch that.
I would not run. I mean, there's a sidewalk. I would consider the sidewalk. But hey, you know, we all make our decisions.
Ready to go. So, uh-oh.